starting from the beginning, we developed twin disc clutches, as other companies have, to get to the point where as horsepower continues to increase and torque goes up, the pedal load gets very high. Driving around with a 500 horsepower car is one thing. When you get up to 700, 800, 900 horsepower, you end up with a leg that shakes at every traffic light. To avoid that, we go with a twin disc setup so you can have twice as much torque capacity and bring the pedal load back down. It's a very comfortable, smooth engaging, easy to drive car. Now, even if you're up in the 1,000+ horsepower range, you can still drive around in a street car and have every bit of comfort that you used to have at 600 horsepower. So the evolution of the twin disc is brought up to this level by adding a forged aluminum cover with a bunch of ribs for stability, rigidity, and a higher efficiency, which means we can add more clamp load with less pedal effort. That development process, which was made primarily for the big V8s, the LSs, the 5-liter Coyotes, and that sort of thing, has led us to a point where that part of the market was being satisfied, but another part of the market, the 4-cylinder turbo market, the 6-cylinder 2JZ type market, was still experiencing difficulty going with increased horsepower and torque and having to put up with very difficult to drive clutches. So we took some of the lessons we learned here, translated that into a little smaller format at 225 millimeter, and still wanted to retain, and for street uses, a sprung hub. So what we did is we came up, after much trial and tribulation, a spline drive type system, which is fully modular, using a completely contained sprung hub with a solid lug drive. When these springs bottom out, that's 100% solid drive to the input shaft. So you don't have to worry about springs overstressing. A floater, very similar to a full race style clutch, with features added to make it much more streetable, including centering springs to keep the floater in the 50% position at all times and at all wear levels. This design is completely modular, and in the end, it still ends up with the ACT patented monolock for all the pull type designs that you see on the market. This has all the features that our current singles have, plus all the additional features of the 225 twin, and along with the sprung hub, for the folks that are going to be racing strictly with the vehicle, it's easily modular. You can convert it to a solid type hub. If you're running something like a drag race car, or maybe you've got a sequential gearbox, this all stacks up on the same hub format. So we can go sprung hub, we can go solid hub, we can go 6-puck, you can go with organic type street disc that's back and has a Marcel for cushion for taking off off the stop sign. All that on the same basic design is completely modular. We have other materials we're working on as well. More advanced materials will be coming later. Look for that development. These are meant to go with specific flywheels if they need to in a specific clutch size. And right now we're hitting the market on the Evos and the Subarus, STIs, WRXs initially. And we're going to have a whole bunch more applications as time goes on. Including, we're starting to get into some of the push type as well. This is a different cover. All the same parts stack right into the push cover as well as a pull cover. Completely modular. On both cover designs for the forged 225 twin, we're using wear plates, which are high-strength stainless steel. These allow the floater and the face to transmit all the torque quietly as possible. And if it was completely abused over the course of a couple seasons, these are easily replaceable. Bang, you're back in business. Good as new. Do the sleeve. Oh yeah. Let's continue that. And there you go. The anti-rotation features to keep the diaphragm from dancing around at the track. Go ahead and assemble it. Put it back together.
Solids.
There we go. Upside down. Well, technically yes, but he's filming.
Okay.
So give him a place to cut it.
Floater.
You need a floater.